Alright, so in this trade recap video, I'm going to be going over two day trades that I did with my team today. Today, in my opinion, was all about patience. So, this morning, if you're a scalper or a day trader, or if you thrive at the open, today provided a lot of really good opportunities for you right out of the gates, okay? I mean, the Dow Jones doesn't really show it, but if I show you triple Qs real quick, I mean, they took off out of the gates like first 10, 15 minutes, boom, they were gone and launched. It is what it is. In my opinion, though, it was about patience. Okay, I was watching. I wasn't necessarily sold on the bull or long setup yet. Tech had a very strong open. That was fine. I was just sitting back and waiting. Okay, the trading day, it's a long time. 9:30 to 10 a.m. That's the first half an hour. It's only 30 minutes have gone by. I'm in no rush to trade it at that point in time. Okay, so I wanted to sit back. I wanted to wait and see how the market was going to open up and develop throughout the rest of the day. One thing that I noticed right away was Dow Jones. Okay, so ticker symbol for the Dow Jones ETF is DIA. This supply zone is marked since last week for my team and I. Okay, I've marked this last week. We actually traded it right here, and we caught this entire drop intraday last week. It paid hellas nice profits. It was like 50% plus. This supply zone never left. Now, if you look at it on Friday, look what happens. Price pushes right into the supply zone on Friday, and notice what happens at open. Price gaps down a little bit for the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones was actually red to start the day. Triple Qs were green. I think SPY was right around pretty much being flat. Okay. The Dow Jones gapped down a little bit, and that makes sense because it pushed right into the supply zone. This supply zone was still valid this morning. I'm on the 15-minute time frame right now. Look at this beautiful 15-minute rejection. Okay, the buyers try to push a breakout to the upside, break out of the supply zone. No, they get pushed back to the downside. Price pulls back down, but notice sellers are trying to push price down, but buyers buy the dip. Okay, they're holding this level at 346 and then the 30-cent range. Okay, they're holding that level. They're defending it very well. Now, price breaks out to the upside, and notice what happens. Old resistance becomes new support. Okay, old resistance that we see right here. Old resistance right here. And if I break it out even further, old resistance leads to a pull down. Old resistance again leads to a pull down. Old resistance leads to another pull down. Okay, finally, price was able to break out of this supply zone, and look at it intraday. For three straight 15-minute candles right here, buyers defend this supply zone. And that means it's turning old resistance into new support. And that's exactly the long setup that I was looking for. Okay, I entered this trade around lunchtime, and this was in our $500 account challenge. Our fill was $4.05, and we took February 11th 350 calls. Okay, we were able to ride this all the way up into close. We sold, I think, about 3 minutes until close. Our position was up 33%. Personally, my exact order fill was my entry fill was $4.05. I sold for $5.30. Okay, that's my exact profit for this trade. Okay, small, medium account trade. This is definitely for you. All right, now we also had this pullback right before power hour. Okay, this was no surprise to me. Look at the move that SPY, the triple Qs, and the Dow Jones made. Okay, heading into close. There was going to be a pullback because intraday riders who got in during this bull flag right here, and many other names showed it at this point in time in the morning, people are going to sell out for profit before close because they don't want to risk it overnight. Okay, some people do. And that's why the market just didn't crater in on itself and erase everything that it had made up or that it had gained in the morning. No, it was only a small pullback because intraday riders were selling out for profit. But look where DIA bottoms, right here, just above this supply zone. This supply zone is now a demand zone until proven otherwise. Support was reconfirmed right here on this 15-minute candle. Okay? Notice where it bottoms, okay? There's about, I would say, a 20-cent difference between its bottom and where the demand zone was. And we can see it right here as well. Mark this level if you wish. 348 is now a demand zone for DIA because this is exactly where buyers stepped in twice today to buy the dip and push price higher. Overall, excellent trade for the team and I today. I only did 3 trades with the team. All 3 closed green. I'm going to go over the second one right now, and that was Microsoft calls. Okay, so Microsoft, this was a unique name today. I'm going to show you a couple tech names. All right, first let me show you triple Qs. Overall, extremely bullish day, making higher lows steadily and higher highs throughout the entire day at a very steady rate. Let me show you SPY. Same exact thing with SPY. Okay, now let me show you Apple. Apple chops it up a little bit, but it's still overall trending higher, and then it has a very strong bullish close. Let's look at Facebook. Facebook, absolute beast today. Keeps grinding higher. You know, earnings I think are this week. It's grinding higher into earnings, higher lows literally all day long. Bull flag, a little bit of bull flags on the smaller time frames. One big pullback with the market right before power hour, and then another strong rally into close. I'm going to show you one more in NVIDIA. Okay, NVIDIA steadily making higher highs and higher lows intraday throughout the day, and then of course with everything else in the market, it runs it up into close and gives a very bullish close. Now I'm going to go back to Microsoft 15-minute chart. Okay, Microsoft does not tell the same story. Microsoft chopped it up all day long. Now, earnings started 2 weeks ago, well, 3 weeks ago with the big banks. Okay, Apple reported earnings last week, and so did Microsoft. Both companies really good reports. Microsoft actually guided up. Apple gave no guidance, as far as I remember, but Microsoft guided up. Okay, this is the reaction that we get. Microsoft guiding up. This is it right here. Okay, it is consolidation since it guided up, and Microsoft held its own really, really well through some selling pressure that we saw towards the end of last week, specifically on Thursday and Friday. Okay, this accumulation phase right here, in my opinion, it's odd. And it stuck out to me because no other tech name is showing it. Okay, I showed you Apple, I showed you Facebook, I showed you NVIDIA. All three of those names steadily grinded higher intraday today, setting a new intraday high, higher lows and higher highs being set in place. But look what Microsoft does, and this is what stuck out the most to me. Okay, Microsoft was pretty flat all day long. But let's see what we got here. Let's analyze this. We have sellers sitting at 310. Okay, we can see that intraday right here. We have a little bit of an intraday double top at 310, and then also a little bit of a double top at 312, 30-ish it looks like. But notice where the buyers are stepping in. Okay, the buyers are in Microsoft defending 307. They defended 307 very, very well intraday the entire day. Through the red, through the chop, even through this pullback right here. This is the intraday pullback right before power hour that everything in the market saw today. Look at them defend 307, and it actually kissed 307 on the dot on this 15-minute candle and then rallied into close with monster volume to match. Okay, the position that I took with my team with the intent to swing, but I know some people in my team locked in profits before close, and that's perfectly fine. Our exact position was Microsoft February 11th, 315 calls. Our fill was $3.70 per contract. At close, those options closed at $4.45. Okay, my conviction was very simple. I went long because buyers were showing up intraday, and Microsoft was lagging. Microsoft lagging behind everything else. Think logically. That doesn't make any sense. The markets are not bearish. Microsoft is not the oddball out with Apple, Facebook, and NVIDIA selling off and buyers are barely hanging on. No, if anything, every other tech name is rallying and Microsoft guides up and Microsoft doesn't do anything. Think logically for a second. That's like a ticking time bomb waiting to break out, in my opinion. 307 was my stop loss, and I told my team that. Why is 307 my stop loss? Well, look at where buyers are showing up. 307 right here. Now, the opening 15-minute candle, that's always, I give a little bit of leeway there because that's the opening bell. Okay, there's a lot there. Opening bell is a huge volume surge. Everyone's buying in and selling out from holding over the weekend, buying positions to hold through the week, all that good stuff. Holding or buying in for positions throughout the day. I give a little bit of leeway with the opening bell for the first 15 to 30 minutes. They defend 307 right here. They defend 307 right here again. They're buying the dip above 307 right here. And then finally, this 15-minute candle on the bottom of the intraday pullback that everything else in the market saw, it kisses 307 and rallies into close. And we ended up going green on our positions, and this was another great trade for small accounts out there. Okay? I think closing price, percent-wise, I gave you the exact numbers for entry for my entry into this trade, and then what the option closed at. But as far as percent profit goes, is that if that's what your preference is, this closed right around 22 to 24% profits. All right. All in all, though, look at my conviction. Listen to my breakdowns for both. You don't see any bullshit on my chart. It is clean cut price action and volume. Okay, no indicators, no noise running on my chart. That is it. That is the new way that I trade. If you watch some of my older videos, that's not the way I used to trade anymore. But I'm really starting to gravitate towards this style of trading, and it makes everything so much simpler in my eyes. If you have any questions for me about these two trades that I went over in this video, please leave them in the comments. DM me on Instagram, StockTwits, Discord, whichever way you want. We did swing D-Dog calls. I'm going to post a swing trade recap if D-Dog does go green for us sometime tomorrow or the rest of this week. But I did, because I'm only saying that because I did say 3 trades earlier in this video. Well, 2 of these were our day trades for today. Somebody, or not somebody, but some people on my team, including myself, did swing Microsoft calls as well. At least some runners. But DIA, excellent day trade overall. All right, and if you are interested in trading with me every single day, following me trade by trade, or if you want to learn how to trade options, feel free to join my server. I'm going to post my server link in the description of this video.